The Big Whack presents Buffalo on the Rise, sponsored by Dr. Kaplansky Dental Implants. Get new permanent teeth in 24 hours with our exclusive Teeth Now process. Welcome to the television show devoted to local business, Buffalo on the Rise, with your host, Joe Chili. There's an entrepreneurial spirit in Western New York that's putting our area on the cusp of greatness. Each week, Buffalo on the Rise features local business leaders and decision makers who are shaping our future. If it's about local business, we'll talk about it right here, right now, during Buffalo on the Rise.
I'm Joe Chili. On this edition of the Big Whack presents Buffalo on the Rise, the legal team at Richmond Vona takes your personal injury seriously. If you need assistance, they'll review your case. Having trouble sleeping? George Costello is here to help find you the right mattress at the lowest price. And if you're looking for a great gaming getaway, Batavia Downs Gaming and Hotel is ready to welcome you. All on this edition of the Big Whack presents Buffalo on the Rise. I'm Joe Chili. You can listen to me mornings on the Big Whack. Joining us today on the Big Whack Buffalo on the Rise is John Richmond from Richmond Vona. John, nice to see you.
Thanks for having me.
You know, John, let's talk about, you talk about team culture when it comes to personal injury law. This is a term that I haven't really heard associated with personal injury law before. So what is your idea of team culture and how do you build it with Richmond Vona?
Sure. So first and foremost, we think team culture is mission critical at our firm because what we're really trying to do is really raise the level of personal injury service here in Western New York. And for us, we can't do that without having the ultimate team, a team that's there every day, united, rowing in the same direction, working to get the best results for our clients, because a lot of these cases are really hard. So it's really important that everybody feels recognized, that they are rewarded for their good work on behalf of our clients, and that they are all united in that mission to get our clients the best results possible.
So when you have a client that comes in and you're going to work with them, is there a certain attorney that is selected to work with those individuals, or do you meet as a team beforehand and discuss the best way to go with it, and then that individual goes out with the knowledge of the team and how they want to proceed?
Kind of a little bit of both. So when a new client comes to us, we want to make sure that they're put with the right team and the right attorney. And all of our attorneys have teams underneath them, oftentimes with a paralegal and 2 legal assistants. So every client gets a dedicated team that's working just for them, and then ultimately we can streamline the level of communication and make sure it's really high level, but making sure that they're paired with an attorney who has really specialized in their type of case and can work with that team to get them the best result possible.
So it's not a situation, and help me to understand this and our viewers as well. It's not a situation that if you come in with a certain, I'm sure there are certain personal injury events that happen more frequently than others. So you don't say, oh, well, we have a tailor-made response to that. Here's the playbook, you're going to follow the playbook, and that's the way it works. But that's not it.
No, definitely not. I mean, look, there are certain similarities in like, say, any type of car accident case, but every case is unique, and every accident affects our clients in a different way, which is why it's so important to have that amazing team culture and that team, that unified team, to work on behalf of that client to figure out the best way or the best sort of path to the ultimate result for that client, because no two are the same.
So how do people decide, when they see all these ads and TVs, or, it used to be yellow pages, right? You go through yellow pages, attorney, 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 attorney. How do people decide? What are the things, in your estimation, that somebody should be looking for when they're looking for a personal injury attorney?
Sure. So you want to look at like big things, right? Like I'm sure most people understand the results, making sure that's a firm that specializes in that area of law, especially the type of accident you were injured in. But honestly, I think something that goes really overlooked is taking a hard look at the team, the actual team that's going to work on your case. Knowing who the attorney is, how many cases they have assigned to him or her, who's the team behind them? Do they have a set team, or do they just work with a bunch of random people and it's going to be hard to get a hold of people or hard to kind of talk to the same person? It's really important to know who's the team behind perhaps the faces or the owners of the firm, who's actually going to be working on your case, what is their experience, and ultimately, do you get along with them? Are these people who you think are going to have your best interest in mind and go to battle with you for you? Because a lot of these cases can take a long time, so you got to have a really good relationship with the team who's working for you.
How important is it? You know, we see, you know, you may get a settlement of this, but, you know, there's no guarantee that your settlement will be this. When people start looking at money, figures, what they may have their return, how important is something like that?
I mean, to a degree, it's important, right? Because you want to make sure the firm you're working with has success in getting results for people like you who've been in similar accidents. But that's not the end-all, be-all, because as you can imagine, typically, you know, law firms are going to showcase their biggest results, okay? So that may not always be the same for you, but it doesn't mean your case isn't just as important as, say, you know, one of these huge cases you read about. Every case should be equally as important. Doesn't matter if it's a $5 million case or a $5,000 case. You should be treated the same, and that really comes down to the team that's representing you.
You know, I've had people say to me before, you know, we see ads on TV for big law firms. And I just wonder if I'm just a little guy that's just going in there and I'm going to be lost in the shuffle. Is that something people should concern themselves with?
They should be really concerned with that, because it's really easy, especially at bigger firms, get really lost in the sea of clients. You know, that's why it's so important to really understand the team, you know, kind of behind the advertisements. You know, how many cases do they have assigned to them? You know, what are their rules on communication? You know, how quickly are they going to get back to you? How transparent are they going to be with you? And, you know, at the end of the day, you want to make sure it's somebody who creates a unique and tailored approach to your case and is going to get you the attention you deserve.
You talk about team culture. Has your firm received any awards for their approach with the team culture approach?
We have. We actually recently won a national award from the #1 law firm growth company for Team Culture of the Year. There are about 1,000 people in this group. We were the #1 team that got this award. And really, it's not about me. It's not about my partner, Keith. It's about our team, all the hard work and effort they put in to create an amazing place for people to work and a place where people are united in their efforts to help our clients.
It sounds like you've got a very positive environment that you're working in at Richmond Vona. What advice do you give to business owners as far as the importance of working in a positive environment?
It's everything. Invest in your team. These are people who are going out there on your behalf and should be delivering the ultimate client experience or the ultimate customer experience, depending on your business. You're nothing without them. It's team first. You as the owner come last. And these should be people you invest in heavily because they're going to go to bat for you. And make sure they have a nice workplace. You know, we spend most of our time at work. This should be a place where they enjoy working with their colleagues, and they should be united in their mission, you know, that's sort of aligned with the mission of your business.
And hopefully someplace that has low turnover, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. We'll look out for that.
All right, I really appreciate it. For more information and answers to your questions, contact Richmond Vona by calling 716-500-5678 or go to richmondvona.com. Sponsorship and promotional consideration for the preceding segment was provided by the following. I'm Joe Chile. You can listen to me mornings on the Big Weck. Joining us today on the Big Weck's Buffalo on the Rise is George Costello from Extreme Discount Mattress. George, great to see you in person.
It's a pleasure to see you too, Joe.
I've seen you on TV forever. I have to tell you, you're the person that spent more time in my bedroom than I have.
Well,
I mean that in a good way.
I've heard that other times as well. So,
you know, we start talking about mattresses, and whenever somebody thinks or they hear Extreme Discount Mattress, they may think discount. It's in the name. It means it's a less than perfect product or whatever. Explain to us.
and you know what? In many cases, that very well may be true, but it is the furthest thing from the truth. I think it's propagated by what you see on the internet when somebody's trying to sell something that's too much money. Our products are 1/3 to 1/2 the sale price of the competition out there. And I'm not just talking about local brick and mortar stores. I'm talking about anything you'll find on the internet. They are made in the same facilities, by the same hands, with exactly the same materials, and many of them with exactly the same labels as what the other guys are selling. The only difference is a huge difference in the price. I'll give you an example. One of the finest, in my opinion, one of the most sophisticated mattresses made in America is the Hemingway bed. Okay. It's very exclusive. It was sold years ago in Buffalo by a furniture gallery that went out of business. They were the highest end furniture gallery. We sell this Hemingway bed, one of them, that is just like a dream to sleep on. It sells on Wayfair. Same label, same bed, everything identical. It sells on Wayfair for over $6,000. We sell it for $29.99. It's true. It's 1/3 to 1/2 the price, and it is not comparable quality to what they're going to see out there. It's superior quality.
All right, now, one of the things, and I understand that people, because it seemed at one time, when you were doing TV commercials to see on TV,
yes,
you were like the only person that seemed like they were doing it. Now it seems like everybody has got some kind of, whether it be a mattress and it's a furniture store that's selling them on the side, but some of these things are made outside of the U.S. All your materials are made in America, right?
All of our mattresses are made in America.
Okay.
100%. Nothing like the beds in a box that you order online that are coming from China, okay? There have actually been some health issues with some of these beds that they're selling. Ours are all certified, pure, natural. This Hemingway bed that I mentioned, along with our other Talalay latex lines, these are the most natural products available in the world. Talalay latex is not arguably, but even our competition will agree on this, it's the finest mattress material you can buy. But all Talalay isn't natural, okay? Ours are 100% natural Talalay with 100% natural wool, silk. You're not going to have any issues with any product from us. I don't care if you're spending $199 for our queen size pillow top that's comparable to anything out there for $500, okay? Or you're buying one of the upper end luxury beds that we make affordable for people.
All right, we're about halfway through the interview.
Sure.
So before we go any further, tell us about, I know what classic mattresses seem like, right? What about these mattresses that, or beds, that move up and down? Because everybody, people have snoring issues, sleep apnea issues, acid reflux issues.
They are a game changer. I think it's probably the greatest advancement in sleep comfort in my lifetime, okay? It used to look like a hospital bed. Going back 40 years ago, they were advertising them on TV. These beds, first of all, fit into any bed you have already in your home. You can't tell it's an adjustable base. It's not the mattress, it's the base itself. Mm-hmm. You can raise the head, you can raise the foot, you can get massage, you can set any position, anti-snore. My doctor got one from me for his acid reflux. You can set them in what they call a zero gravity position, which is sort of like an astronaut's chair. Okay? And you can adjust it at any point in time throughout the night, or you could choose to leave it flat if you choose to. But the pressure relief, I've talked to people, ladies that have been on their feet, nurses, all day long, and they can get into bed, raise those legs up, take the pressure off, helps with circulation. If you have snoring issues, some people have to sleep in a recliner chair.
Right,
okay?
Exactly, yeah.
Don't have to do this with one of these beds.
And what about your sleeping partner, husbands and wives? Different?
There's two ways to go about it. My wife and I have been together for over 50 years.
God bless you.
So we agree on things. So we sleep on one that operates in unison. But you can do it with two individually programmed sides so that one sleep partner can sleep in their position and the other can sleep in theirs. It's totally up to the individual.
I just want to make sure that they can't press a button and eject you from it, though, right?
Well, they haven't come out with that yet, but they're working.
All right. Website that people should go to if they want to find out more information?
Extrememattress.com, spelled with the Xtreme. And you'll find our entire product lineup. You'll even see me talking about some of the items that we do sell, which is as large a selection as you'll find anywhere. But the main thing I want to stress is that whatever quality We don't get into, I even did a commercial on one once on these leader bait and switch.
Yep.
I just did another one. We don't sell that garbage, okay? Because our prices are even lower and our product are real mattresses.
George Costello, we really appreciate it. For more information and answers to your questions, contact Extreme Discount Mattress by calling 716-689-5939 or go to Extreme, X-T-R-E-M-E, extrememattress.com. Sponsorship and promotional consideration for the preceding segment was provided by the following. I'm Joe Chile. You can listen to me mornings on the Big Weck. Joining us today on Big Weck's Buffalo on the Rise is Ryan Hasenauer, who's the Director of Marketing for Batavia Downs Gaming and Hotel. Ryan, thanks for joining us.
Joe, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
You know, when I think of Batavia Downs, probably because it's been around for as long as I've been around, you know, I don't often think of the hotel. So tell us a little bit about the hotel side.
Sure. So, you know, the hotel was built a couple years ago, and we've been really using it a lot lately as kind of an extra added amenity for our guests. They're coming to our events, they're coming to enjoy the gaming floor, our restaurants, whatever have you. They don't want to drive home, so they spend the night in the hotel. It's been really just a great thing to have on site. And if you go to our website at BataviaDownsGaming.com, click on the hotel tab, you'll see a hotel deals page. Any of the best deals, the best rate that you want to get is going to be on that page. Right now, you know, you can go on there and you can check out all kinds of deals where you're going to be able to get free play and some sort of free drinks, or maybe sometimes we'll offer an item that'll go along with you that you get to pick up, almost like a free gift when you check in the hotel. So that goes on year round. You can always check that out for all the very best deals to stay, whether you're coming on the weekend or during the week.
All right. Now, not that I want to play down the hotel at all, but you guys are known for your concert series.
Sure.
So, right? Yeah. I mean, and you've got some great names. You had some great names in the past. Mm-hmm. Can you let us in on any of the people that are going to be here this summer for the concert series?
Absolutely. So, you know, we're going to kick things off in late June here with Smash Mouth, you know, one of the an iconic band. They were coming up kind of when I was graduating from high school, and they have a lot of great songs that you might have heard in a lot of movie soundtracks. You know?
I'm a Believer.
I'm a Believer. You know, of course, All Star, Walking on the Sun, all those great songs. So they're going to be kicking us off. And then after that, we're going to be taking a look at a lot of different tribute bands. We tend to see that people really enjoy having really good tribute bands outside because they're going to play a lot of songs that people know. And that's one of the things that we like having at Batavia Downs is a lot of fun. We like having concerts where people are really enjoying themselves. They're singing along. They're enjoying the great weather that we only have up here in Western New York for a couple of months every year. So our second concert is actually Barracuda, which is a Heart tribute. So we're going to be enjoying having them on site. After that, it's April Wine, which is a Canadian rock band.
I remember April Wine back in the early 70s when I listened to Chum in Toronto. We used to hear April Wine all the time.
So they'll be there along with, we got a gentleman by the name of Carl Dixon, who's in the Guess Who.
Guess
so
Who.
he'll be singing some of their songs as well. After that, we've got Clay Walker, who's a pretty famous country music artist. So he'll be coming through. A lot of our folks that come to Batavia Downs, they enjoy the country music, and they've really been telling us that they want more country. So we've been very adamant about working with our booker to have at least one country show and a couple of southern rock shows throughout the year, because that really tends to attract a lot of folks that come on out to Batavia Downs. Then we're going to be having a couple of tribute acts. We've got Peace Frog, which is a Doors tribute. They'll be coming through. Rumors ATL, along with Practically Petty. Those are kind of a double bill, if you will. Rumors, of course, is a Fleetwood Mac tribute. And then, of course, you've got Practically Petty, which is a Tom Petty tribute. And I think the highlight of the summer for me is going to be the Bacon Brothers are coming. So the Bacon Brothers, so Michael Bacon, who is an Emmy Award-winning, kind of a composer and a songwriter, he comes with this guy, you may have heard of him, Kevin Bacon, of course, who is a Hollywood A-list actor there. And so they've been performing for years. People don't know that, like, Kevin is a very talented musician. And so him, he and his brother will be there. They'll be playing some great music. It's a fusion of, like, jazz and funk and country and bluegrass. They play everything. And, of course, because it's Kevin Bacon, he's got the rights to sing the song Footloose. And that's how they will, I believe, close the show. I can't be promising that, but I think they do perform it at some point. They'll be performing Footloose. And that, of course, I'm sure will bring the house down with everybody.
Yeah, that, and if he brings his wife. No.
Yes.
Is it Kara Sedgwick?
Kara Sedgwick, yes,
Kara
absolutely,
Sedgwick.
yeah. And then we close out the summer with 38 Special, which is, of course, the classic Southern rock band. Hold On Loosely, or Hold On Loosely? Hang On Loosely.
Hang On Loosely.
Hang On Loosely. And then we're going to finish it off with a triple bill of headline like lead singers that'll be singing the music of the band that they're a part of, but without the band. So kicking us off is Tommy DiCarlo of Boston. He's been the lead singer of Boston since 2008. Then we have a gentleman named Jason Schreff, who was in Chicago. He was the bassist and the lead singer of Chicago up until, I believe, 2012. So he'll be singing Chicago songs. And then a person named Audris Zadra, who was in Dennis DeYoung's Styx band. They will be here singing Styx. So we've got Styx, Chicago, and Boston music all on one night, the music of those three bands.
The doldrums here in Western New York, what are you going to have out there with the doldrums?
So you can always check out everything on BataviaConcerts.com. That's where you can check out our website for tickets, for information. You can always check out our Facebook page, Twitter, Instagram, all those social media platforms that we're on as well. But it's really a great time, Joe, because you can go and really get tickets for a cheap price. We're not charging you, $25 for a beer. We're not charging $70 a ticket unless you want to sit front row. But for these indoor shows, these tribute acts that are inside, the tops out at $15 or $25 for a ticket. You're going to get back some money in free play for the gaming floor. So really, it's the best value for entertainment in all of Western New York at Batavia Downs.
All right, just about a minute left. Any senior-specific promotions coming up?
Sure, absolutely. Every single Monday is Forever Young Monday. So if you come on in and earn 10 points, you get yourself some free play. You'll get a treat over at the Homestretch Grill, which could be soup or ice cream, whatever we have over there. And then you also get 20% off your bill if you're looking to redeem that for lunch. So we, of course, love seeing anybody who's 50 plus on Forever Young Mondays out at Batavia Downs each and every Monday.
All right, and the website?
Website is BataviaDownsGaming.com, but our concert tickets and everything else for events is on BataviaConcerts.com.
All right. BataviaDownsGaming.com or BataviaConcerts.com.
You got it.
Very good. Ryan Hasenauer, thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Joe, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
For more information and answers to your questions, contact Batavia Downs Gaming and Hotel by calling 585-343-3750 or go to BataviaDownsGaming.com. Sponsorship and promotional consideration for the preceding segment was provided by the following.
Thanks for watching this edition of the Big Wack Presents Buffalo on the Rise. For information on this and other shows, go to our website, bigwack.com, and find out how you can participate on the program if you're a hometown business. I'm Joe Chili. Thanks for watching and listening to the Big Wack, Buffalo's oldie station.
The Big Wack Presents Buffalo on the Rise was sponsored by Dr. Kaplansky Dental Implants. Get new permanent teeth in 24 hours with our exclusive Teeth Now process.